What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to talk about Shadowland in War. They are impressive. I am really impressed with this team, and we're going to talk about how they can actually punch up. One of the things that when we were given this footage of Shadowland was that we were strictly told by Scopely that they would be able to punch across the Marauder teams and punch across with Black Order. Now, we haven't gotten to Black Order yet. My Shadowland team's still a little too weak. I'm not going to find any comparable Black Order teams right now, but I can say this team can definitely punch up. I've even done a video where throwing in Punisher instead of Moon Knight, you can punch up significantly against Marauder teams. With a full Shadowland team, it's the same thing. This team is just good. Now, there's a couple things that will cause this to do better based on where you are in War, and the big thing is going to be the Hangar Room bonus. The Hangar bonus for your team gives you deflect on all your characters at the start of the fight. This will change up the turn order of this team a little bit because of Moon Knight's passive. When he gains deflect, fills the speed bar by 20%. This makes him be one of the first characters on your team. I've had him move before anybody else on my team. I've also seen footage where he moves after Elektra on the team. So I'm not quite sure this is working correctly. I've sent a message off to Scopely to make sure that 20% speed bar on the deflect bonus is working correctly. But if it is, and you're using him early in the war where you have that Hangar Room bonus, Moon Knight's going to be one of the first characters to move, and that is very important because of his ultimate, where not only does it dispel all positive effects on each of your enemy characters, or on each of the enemy opponents, but it also has this ability to land 3 additional negative effects for 2 turns, and those are Bleed, Blind, Defense Down, Disrupt, Offense Down, and Slow. Him going first in the fight, dispelling, let's say you have boost on the enemy team, he dispels all those boosts. They also have defense up, possibly. He gets rid of defense up on the team, and he throws this on him. That is a big, big deal. And I'm going to show you guys some footage of him doing just this against a Doc Ock team where I punched up a huge amount. We're talking 60k against a Doc Ock team. My full team is tier 12 gear, a lot of T4s on them, and I'll talk about that. But against a Doc Ock team with a tier 14 Doc, that Doc never moved, never did a single thing in the fight. I got rid of him pretty quickly. The health bars here make it seem like this fight was a little bit closer. It was not actually. I was in full control this entire fight, and we're going to break all of that down. So let's go back to my Shadowland team. You can see I've got 3 T4s on Moon Knight right now. I have all the T4s on White Tiger. The White Tiger, I tell you what, guys, White Tiger is amazing. I have 3 T4s on Night Nurse, and then I have 1 T4 each on Daredevil and on Elektra on their passives. If there's any more T4s I'm going to invest on this team, it's just going to be on the throw baton ability for Daredevil, because that counter, I'm going to show you guys in footage, against a Doc team especially, that counter is huge. So we're going to go ahead and talk about all of that right now. Let's start with the video where I go against a Doc Ock team, and apologies right away. This was recorded on my phone, so the footage is going to be a little bit choppy. My phone sucks, apparently. But yeah, you can see 401k on my team, 458k on that Doc team. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Basically, what you're going to do is you're just going to take Doc out of the fight right away. You get him controlled, you get vulnerable on him, and follow up with White Tiger and her special. She's going to put ability block disrupted, defense down, heal block, and speed down on Doc right away. He's pretty much done. You're not going to do much. So Elektra goes first here, and this was where I thought my math was that Moon Knight was going to go first. Did not. Elektra goes first here. I just decide, you know what, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to attack whoever. I just want to try and get rid of, just try and get to Moon Knight. Moon Knight is going to move, and this is where doesn't do a lot of damage. You can see he did 83k here against Doc, I believe, but there's a lot of different attacks here. There's some blocks, there's some counters, everything. But look at all those debuffs on everyone. There are 5 characters with heal block on them now. We've got defense down on Doc. We've got defense down on Mysterio and Electro and on Swarm. And we have disrupt on Rhino. So now Rhino cannot taunt. He's done. Doc is about to get destroyed by White Tiger. Those debuffs are handy. Now, I'm not sure the exact mechanics behind how the debuffs are applied, whether it's a 50% chance per character or 50% chance to just apply negative effects to the enemy team. Yeah, my entire team moves here. Daredevil, look at that. Just goes straight down the line and just wrecks everybody. Now, I'm also going to say I've got that phantom bug issue, or that phantom buff issue badly. You're going to see counter on a bunch of characters here. They don't have counter. I've been keeping track of it. They won't have counter, but it still shows that they have it. And yeah, it's a weird bug. I hate it. It really messes up some of my fights. But yeah, Daredevil goes down the road here, does like 120, 130k against everybody. And because he's a raider, now all those characters have vulnerable on them, and that allows me to follow up with some other characters. Almost lose Daredevil here, and this is where the T4 on the passive for Moon Knight would be much more helpful. That 20% bonus health would have made this a little bit better. If I had actually lost him, it wouldn't have been too bad, but yeah, it was one of those things where that bonus health with the passive T4 for Moon Knight would definitely make this a little bit more manageable. But because I have so many characters below half health now, they've got defense up, and now Night Nurse is going to pop her ults, flip everything. And again, we have this weird phantom bug issue. And yeah, now I've got immunity, I've got defense up, offense up. We got the special there with Moon Knight doing like 80k on each character. If I had the special T4 on Daredevil there, now everybody would have counter. And then we have the ultimate there for White Tiger. Look at that, dealing 200k damage on that. Not bad at all. 210k on that. And then because he has vulnerable, she follows up. Now he's got defense downs, and there we go. Finish him off with the Electra ult. Yeah, I gotta say, man, I never really felt like I was out of control with this fight. I'm gonna fall below half health here with the bleeds and everything, and that's just gonna charge up Night Nurse a little bit more. But yeah, see there, it's getting a little choppy. And this is the beauty of White Tiger. We kill Mysterio, now we have all those little minions around. All I'm gonna do is have White Tiger just pick them off one by one. White Tiger's basic deals double damage against summoned characters. So all the Mysterio clones, they're gone. If Doc Ock summons in someone with his special, you can't get him ability blocked. Well, you just use White Tiger, her basic is just going to shred them. Look how much damage her basic does against these characters. If it's not, yeah, that one kind of glitched out on me. Again, I need to get a better phone. Look at that, 137k on that basic with that. No offense up on her. That's just pure damage with her. She's, like I've said before in other videos, she's got an incredibly high damage stat. And yeah, she's nasty. So that's her basic against summon targets. You're going to one-shot summon targets with her basic. Every time she gets a kill, she gains 70% speed bar. She's going to move again pretty quickly. So yeah, like I said before, never really felt like I was out of control in this fight. I always felt like I controlled the board. Being able to take out Doc very quickly made it really easy. And yeah, I mean, this one I have to say, very impressed with. A 60k punch up, never really a struggle. If I just get that passive T4 on Moon Knight to give him the bonus health for the team, I'm feeling pretty good about this. This is incredible. Now, the other fight I'm going to show you for now comes from I Am Titanium. He's here in the Pants of Hulk Alliance cluster. Someone posted this, and I was like, hey, can I borrow this? And he was like, sure. But what he wants to stress with this, and something I want to stress as well, is that this is not an example of what to do against Emma. This is an example of what not to do against Emma, and how even with that, you can still just crush an Emma team. Now, a couple of things real quick. Not any room bonuses, so this must be pretty late in war. He's still got deflect, and they've got the armory buff here as well. They are going against security, though. So you can take this with a grain of salt in that you don't have the room buffs here, but when you see this fight in progress, and you see just the misplays that he had along the way, you're going to turn to a believer and realize that this team really has some punch-up potential against an Emma team, and it's all because of that hanger buff there, and because that allows Moon Knight to go first in the fight, and that's just a big deal. So yeah, loading, etc, etc. We have Electra go first. He's gonna use the ultimate here to put Disrupt onto Strife. Does not have the T4 on the ultimate. There's just a single turn Disrupt against Strife. This is where things are gonna start to go badly. So he's gonna use the ultimate here for Moon Knight. Doesn't go too bad. He gets rid of quite a few defense up. We still have defense up on Emma. We have defense up on Mystique. Now, his Moon Knight is about 80k power. Tier 13 going into a tier 15 Emma. That's going to be pretty hard to dispel. if he has I believe, let me see if his he's only level 75, so he should have the focus bonuses as well. So that may be something where you're gonna have to go up to tier 14 with Moon Knight to make sure you can dispel the defense up on Emma. But with White Tiger, that's not gonna be a problem because White Tiger has such a massive focus bonus already because of her stats. It's not gonna be a problem. This is where he goes really bad. He uses the special from White Tiger against Mr. Sinister. Not bad. I mean, you get Disrupt, you get Ability Block, Heal Block against Mr. Sinister. Problem is, Emma moves before Mr. Sinister. So Emma's just gonna cleanse. Not ideal. What he should have done was gone for Emma. This is something he acknowledges. It was like, yeah, I really screwed that up. I was like, wow, you really did screw that up. I'm kidding, I am Titanium. I told him I was gonna roast him a little bit in the video. But yeah, that was not ideal. Cleanses. Okay. Now we're gonna get a clone of Daredevil here from Mr. Sinister. We're getting some attacks in from Marauders here. They're getting some bleeds out. That's gonna probably cause some characters to fall below half health. That will drive the turn meter on Night Nurse. Not bad, but here's something I really want to show. Look at how much damage Shadowland do to each other with the mind control. 125 damage. Like, I've got to double check that. The damage reduction was only supposed to be 25%, I thought. But I've got to check that. Maybe I read that wrong. Maybe it's only supposed to be 25% damage against the target. So we got White Tiger here. We're going to try to go for a target. Go for Mr. Sinister one more time. Get that heal block on him. Get the bonus attacks in. Mr. Sinister's gone. That was efficient. That was just cold-blooded there. I look at that damage, that White Tiger. That was a tier 14 White Tiger. 217k against that Mr. Sinister. And then follows up with another 72k on her ISO attack there. He's got a Striker on her. Good deal. Very recommended you put the Striker ISO on White Tiger. And then we're just kind of going back and forth. And you're going to see here in a moment when Emma Frost does her mind control thing again, you're going to see no damage with this Shadowland team. I always thought it was just a 25% damage reduction, but I may have misread that. So, yeah, 2600 on that crit from White Tiger against Moon Knight with the offense up. Daredevil falls up, 74 damage. I'm impressed. I thought that was going to be... I just expecting more damage than that. If it's that kind of damage, that's absurd. And Emma always calls the highest damage characters to attack as well. So they should be dealing more damage than this, I thought. But if that's all the damage they're going to deal, I'm not complaining. That mind control damage reduction is insane. 74 damage plus 2600. They took like no damage at all. Between that and the Mystique ability, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Especially with offense up on characters too, only dealing that much damage. You can go for that. I will not complain about that at all. Trying to finish off Emma here. Going slow on her. Get some hits in there with everybody. White Tiger finishes her off, and I'm going to see if he tries to do the bonus attack there with White Tiger against Daredevil, maybe. Though, probably not. Let's see. No, he's not going to do it. So, some other character is going to finish off Daredevil here, and that'll be it. But, guys, as easy as that fight was, with how badly he misplayed that and allowed Emma to cleanse at the start of the fight, imagine if Emma hadn't been able to cleanse. Imagine how much easier that fight would have been. That was a 20k punch-up. They did no damage with mind control. I'm liking this team. Now, the big drawback with this team is that if they're not in war, they lose out on a huge amount of buffs. So if you are big on war, I am highly recommending this team. And we're going to do more testing with this on Thursday. That's when we have our off war. So I can take them against Mercs. I can take them against just pretty much any defensive team out there. I'll do testing with them then to see what we can do and what kind of punch-ups we can manage. But right now, this is definitely feeling like a top-tier war team. And we'll have to see how things go in the future with this. And I know a lot of people are skipping them, which is totally understandable. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys you have to go for this team. But if you are going for war, this is a highly recommended team. But I want to hear from you guys. Does this make you want to go for Shadowland now? Does this change your mind on them? I want to hear from you guys down below. But as always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.